Nix from Triple E, and I want to talk about breathing today. Now, I've spoken about this before, of how you can actually expand your thorax and the implication it has on your sports and your training, and also people specifically for breathing difficulties. Now, how actually that implicate your sport is, I have so many people that came to me saying they run out of energy, and then the first thing I ask them is, how do you breathe? And they're like, oh, what do you mean, how do I breathe? Like, do you actually notice how you breathe when you go for a run, or when you cycle, or when you're pushing yourself? What's happening to your breathing? What's happening to your chest? I see a lot of people out there that they go for a run and they just have bad posture. Now, number one, bad posture, that's going to implicate an injury, probably in the very near future, because if you have bad posture, your body is not working adequately. Some muscles get shorter, other muscles has to work harder that shouldn't be working hard at all. So that is just bad for the body in general. Okay, that to me equals pain very soon. And that's from personal experience as well. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I haven't done this. Oh yes, I so have made the mistake of collapsing when I go for a run or cycling. There's been so many times where I'm just so tired and I've overtrained myself that I would literally cause back problems, and I've had back problems due to bad posture, cycling with bad posture. The other thing that bad posture has is it closes your chest. Now, close your chest and try and breathe deep. It's not going to happen. But feel the difference. Actually, next time you go out on your bike, you go and train, just do this one little thing and you'll know what I mean. And when you're sitting on your bike, put your weight completely backwards so that your back is completely straight. So when you move your bum back, and you can actually try and arch your back a little bit, your chest is going to open up. So your sternum lifting means that your chest is a lot wider. Then instead of having your arms like completely in, have them a little bit forward and out. Just a little bit. Because the breathing actually happens here to the side and here. That's where we expand. That's where your lungs can actually get more air. Now, I know there's a lot of people that train their diaphragm to go downwards, but it's not really designed. You don't really get the capacity as much as when you expand. Now, on the bicycles, as soon as you move your bum back and you push your hips backwards, your arms automatically going to move forward, and that means that this whole side is open. That means that you can actually breathe a lot better into your chest area on the sides. We also expand backwards. Now, people with asthma, normally the back won't move at all. They're closed up. And many times people with breathing that has had problems with breathing would be shoulders a little bit forward and in and up, which means it's either been painful here. In most cases that would be a collapsed lung. They're protecting themselves, or pneumonia, right? It's hard to breathe, so but they breathe more the back. Asthma guys, they stand up tall, but they breathe more down here and kind of to the sides. So it's very slight little movements that's happening. The most of the capacity should be moving backwards, forwards, like your chest, not only moving forwards but lifting up, and to the sides. Now, we have actually more capability when it comes to the rib cage because it can move and these muscles can move. Now, one thing you can do, so I'm not all talk, I'm going to show you a little bit exercise that you can actually do either at night, and this is great for before you go to sleep because it really calms you down. And it kind of prepares your body. You can also do it when you wake up in the morning. So this is ideal incorporation into your daily routine that you can do. Number one, if you have breathing problems. Number two, if you want to start breathing better during your exercises. Okay? So what you need is something with a little bit of weight. Now I have a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, get a heavy book. But yeah, it needs to be a bit heavy. It needs to have weight. So a small little book wouldn't help. Get 3 books, time up, and then you use that. Why do we want to apply weight? Because if we don't have weight, then the chest is not actually working. So we do want a little bit of weight. If you're too scared in the beginning, use a cushion to start with, or a folded up towel or something like that. Okay, then scoot your bum down. And I prefer actually to have my knees up, because then I'm taking all the pressure off my actual back, and it's more comfortable this way. Okay, so what you're going to do with the block is you're going to put it on your chest. And all I want to do is I want to concentrate what's actually happening with this block. Where is this block going? And what I'm concentrating on is pushing it. So I'm actually going to try and have this block move towards my face. So my head is neutral. I don't have my head lifted up. Okay? So if your head is falling back, there's a lot of people that have huge backs. So if you feel your head are falling back too much, then just put like a little folded up towel underneath, and that will be a better posture for you then, alright? And have your elbows out to the sides. We're not trying to pinch. Again, we're trying to breathe better. So this is an exercise to actually try and expand your chest. So have your elbows away from your sides, and you can test it. Try and breathe in here, and then try and breathe in here. It's easier for me. I notice it, and do that a couple of times and see how that feels. And that is a good way to start training the breathing exercise as well. Okay, now I'm going to concentrate, and you notice that I will hold my breath there. That's also a good thing. So let's do a couple of breaths. I'm going to show you how I practice just to lift my chest and to get the attention into actually starting to expand. If you don't put any attention there, it's harder to do that. Our body needs something there, okay? And I do open my mouth nice and wide when I breathe out. And again, breathe in, hold it. Again, breathe in, hold. And I could actually see the block in my peripheral vision, how that block was moving in and out of my vision. And that was perfect. That was very good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe in, hold it for a second, and then I'm going to see if I can breathe in a little bit more. Sometimes we think we actually breathe into the max capacity, but there is just a little bit more that we can go. Okay? Check this out. Breathe in. And breathe out very slow when you do so that we're not actually forcing the air outwards. Okay, breathe in again. Guys, again, I like to do them in threes. For me, almost all my stuff works in threes. So I would, for instance, do a warm-up, that's number 1. Do a workout, that's number 2. Do a cool-down, that's number 3. That's the 3. So the breath exercises, the warm-ups that I do, if you do this as a warm-up before you start training, you do a workout, you want to expand your chest, you want to start incorporating breathing and training into your the current training exercise that you do. This is perfect, and it's like 5 to 8 minutes, not even more. Perfect to do. Just start out, warm up your diaphragm, warm up your chest, warm up your abs, because eventually everything starts incorporating as you add on more of the training, more of the exercises that I will be giving you, okay? And now we want to do something else. What we're going to do is, still, we're going to have the block, but we're also going to have our hands. So you have the block on your chest, okay? And make sure you have a little hollow going in your lower back, so wiggle your bum if you need to, okay? And I have my hands actually on, so I'm just going to have one hand here so I can feel it, but you can have two. So place them on the rib cage where they start separating. Okay, so I'm going to have one, and you're going to see how these bones up here, the ribs, they're going to move. Okay, and that's where I want to concentrate. So I'm lifting here, and I'm expanding down here. I'm going to breathe in. And I can feel there's a lot opening, a lot happening down here. Again, I did the 3 times. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to incorporate concentrating, lifting. So my hand goes away from the upper, the rib cage. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on lifting while I'm doing a vacuum. So I'm going to do an ab vacuum and then try and lift my chest up a little bit more. Now breathe in. If lifts, drop your jaw. And then a vacuum. So I try and do as many of these in one vacuum. So I'd be doing just a nice little vacuum, not too deep. And then I'm trying to lift my chest every single time. Okay? So now I'm going to add on. So you can do that again. You do that 3 times to do the exercise, to do the warm-up. Now I'm going to place my hands here, and I'm going to help while I'm doing the exercise up. I'm also going to take my hands on my rib cage and open it up a little bit, helping it stretch just a little bit. It has warmed up, so I can do a little bit more. Do not do this in the beginning. Only do this once you have done a couple of breathings like we did just now, and it has warmed up for about 4 to 5 minutes, okay? And breathe in and out. Careful not to force the air out. And then a vacuum. So I'm not actually pulling hard. I'm just kind of trying to get my fingers in there just a little bit, just to loosen it up, and I let go. Loosen it up and I let go. So first I do the vacuum, and then I push a little bit and I let go. Just very slightly, and in the end I start massaging and opening up a little bit more. Okay, so this is actually a wonderful chest opener, thorax opener to start you teaching your chest to lift, especially if you have problems with breathing, or like I said before, if you want to start incorporating breathing exercises. And I can guarantee you, the more breathing exercises you actually start to incorporate into your current training programs during your warm-ups, especially the warm-ups, if you do like a couple of breaths and you do this little routine, it's very short. It wouldn't even get you to 10 minutes maybe in the beginning, but you'll get used to it. This will have a result and a perfect impact on your training. I'd love to hear back from you if you want to know a little bit more about some other breathing trainings and some exercises. Check out the subscribe. I have, you'll see in the bottom corner the icon of my company. If you hit that, just subscribe, and I'll have another tutorial up there on the information sign that you can check out on another breathing tutorial. Try them out, see how you feel with them, give me a comment, and yeah, looking forward to uploading another one and have you guys expand your training and feeling great. Have a good day.